Welcome to Japan Talker. In this video, I'd like to share with you a concept I believe we should all consider. A concept that is also an integral part of the Japanese culture, as it helps contribute to their strive for excellence. A concept that the world can benefit from. Minimalism. What is minimalism? Minimalism is a concept that helps declutter the things around you. It helps to provide more by having less. Living a minimalistic life will often open new doors for a person, as less is owned, and thus what is owned is treasured. Although Japan is a place filled with materialistic marvels, the Japanese mostly own fewer things compared to other cultures, even when their financial abilities allow for more. This is also why Japanese second-hand goods are worth higher than other countries. Because items in their possession are loved and treasured. Who or what introduced minimalism? Although recently discovered by the Western world, minimalism was first introduced through Zen Buddhism in Japan. Zen is a practice of inner peace, and thus has reduced needs of external or materialistic things. The Japanese also like to express beauty in everything around them, and like to keep their environment simple and without clutter. The Zen garden originally was created to help declutter the soul, and eventually became a part of the Japanese home. This eventually led to the incorporation into architecture, and further evolved into the minimalism of Japan today. Where do Japanese practice minimalism? Apart from the obvious things like declutter of home and office space, minimalism is practiced in things like digital space, cars and shops. But more importantly, minimalism is practiced within one's soul. The Japanese drive for excellence has also a great deal to do with minimalizing thoughts, and focusing on one thing at a time. This gradually led to the concept of mindfulness, which we'll discuss in a future video. Why should we practice minimalism? Apart from being able to free up more of your time by less of a need to maintain a whole heap of things, minimalism keeps your environment clean. But the main idea is that all living things need space. The more clutter you have, the less space you have, which in turn creates more stress. Living a minimalistic life frees you from unnecessary chores and obligations, thus freeing your soul to do what is more important to you. Minimalism doesn't mean giving up the things you really like, but it allows you to become more focused. You can still have things that matter to you. In fact, you can have better things of the same nature because of it. For example, because you have gotten rid of all the clothing you haven't worn by selling them. You might be able to get a premium piece of clothing which can last you years instead of just a season. Or you might be able to get a better phone that lasts you several years, instead of one that needs replacing each year. As long as things or activities or even people you focus on are ones that you know you'll treasure, then you are achieving minimalism. I hope this video has given you some insight into minimalism. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more Japan-related videos. Japan Talker. Always talking about Japan.